money. Let's talk making money. Let's talk money. Come into the room. Come on in. The dream catcher room. Come into the room. The dream catcher room. We're talking about money today because, girl, you cannot budget your way to wealth. I'm not gonna lie, your girl's tired. I don't even know. I have my auntie roll, but it's around here somewhere. Today was a long day, so I don't have as much oomph in my tank as I normally do. But you still gonna get this lesson. Yeah, come into the room. We're doing a lesson straight. First of all, how many of y'all have made whole? How many of you have it already? Because this is what we're teaching at it. How many of you have it? Okay, let me know. There's no sound. Can you hear me? Let's do that first. Can you hear and see me first? Say yes. 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 Can you hear and see me? Okay, good. Well, if the person has no sound, she's like, okay, lashes, I know, right? Your girl's on a press tour for the book. So, okay, you can hear and see me. You can't hear and see me. Okay, I see yes. Yes. Okay, good. Well, the rest of y'all just, whoever can't hear and see me, that means something's wrong with your phone because the girlies can hear and see me. Let me just, hold on. Let me just pin this post. Pin that comment. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to talk about making money. But as per usual, I want you to share. Share. Like, don't keep this to yourself. Tell, tag, share. We're literally going to do last week. What did we do last week? We did credit last week. Credit. And before that, did we do mindset or budgeting? I think we did mindset the week before that. I forget what we're doing next week. Next week is my last week. And then, we're going to take the holidays off. Okay. So if you have the book, and if you have it, go ahead and get it. I'm a notebook girl. Get that in your notebook because your girl's going to be teaching on today. If you have the book, go ahead and open to chapter 6. That's chapter 6, page 111 of my new book, Made Whole. Learn to earn, increase your income. So that's what I'm teaching today. I'm going to teach you the steps to learn, to earn, and increase your income. Okay? Okay. If you don't have the book, that's okay. You can order it at madewholeworkbook.com. Like I said, tell, tag, share, let people know that we're here. And you can have it in time for next time. If you're watching on IG, meaning my eyes are on you, not you. If you're watching on IG, type book in the comments and I will DM you the link, Made Whole Workbook, or you can just go to madewholeworkbook.com. If you're here, eyes on you, not you, you can just go to madewholeworkbook.com. Okay, you don't have me on yet. That's okay. I'm just teaching these classes. Don't worry, sis. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, baby. What's song that? Don't you worry. Oh, who sings that? Is it Don't You Worry, Baby? I feel like I'm saying the lyrics wrong. Don't you worry, baby. I'm an 80s baby, so I don't know. Don't You Worry? Some old head know. Let me know. What's the song? All right. So here's what you're going to learn. Today's lesson is your mission here. So just a reminder what Made Whole is all about. Made Whole is the 10 steps to financial wholeness. This is a workbook where you could do the work inside the book. Just came out. It's my new book. It is where is it? It is the sister book, the junior sister to my New York Times bestseller, Get Good with Money. So this is big sis, Get Good with Money. You see her, she's cute, she's serving, she's giving. She's got a serious bun because she's about her business. And then younger sis is like ow, hair down, L, but still either way, both of them are smiling. This is the textbook, this is the workbook. Okay. And so Made Whole they're both the 10 steps to financial wholeness, which is budgeting, saving, debt, credit, income, which we're doing tonight, investing, insurance, net worth, financial team, and estate planning. Those are the 10 steps to financial wholeness. And today, the step we're going to go over is the income, the learn to earn. Because without money, honey, like what are we doing, right? What are we doing without money? Okay. That song's not by Stevie Wonder. Don't you worry, baby. Oh, don't you want me, baby? Child, see? Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, but who sings that song? It's Don't You Want Me, Baby? Oh, yeah, but who sings the song? Somebody Google it. Someone said Stevie Wonder. I feel like that's not Stevie Wonder. It's not giving Stevie Wonder. Okay. She said the textbook is amazing. Great. Okay. So we are on, like I said, we're on chapter 6, the income chapter, page 112. Some I'm gonna read and some we're just gonna talk. Okay. So the mission here is to increase your income by maximizing what you are getting from your current job and or tapping into your side hustle skills. This isn't hard or complicated. You've just got to work your way through 4 simple steps. Okay? 4 simple steps. Here are the 4 steps what we're going to go over tonight. Maximize your earning potential at your current job. That's step 1. Exactly. That's not Stevie Wonder. Like that doesn't make sense. Human League. I don't know who that is. No, step 2, assess your skills. Step 3, decide which of these skills you can monetize. And step 4, put a number on it. What's the income potential? It's hot in here. You know, when you live in an older household, the house is renovated, but we still have what's this stuff? I have to take my fuzzy socks off. We still have radiator heat, which is better for your skin and better for your pocket. But child, it gets government heat warm. Okay. What I tell you here, what you're going to need: your resume, a LinkedIn account, a brag book called a Go Me file. If you don't have that with you right now, step 1, maximize your earning potential at your current job. There's a few ways that you can maximize your earning potential at your current job. Okay. So way number 1, how do you think you can make more at your current job? Let's see if you guys can guess. How can you make more? How could an angel break your heart? Why didn't he get my falling star? Oh, so did so. That's Tony. Maybe I was the love apart. How could an angel break my heart? How can you make more money at your job? A raise. Yes. So some of you might be like, child, you know, how do I start to ask for a raise? One, you can go on sites, and I have it right in here, like Glassdoor, to see, or Pay Scale, to see, are you even getting paid appropriately? Because some of you are not. And so in here, I have this do the work section in each of the books, right? And so I have instructions about how to go online to find the average salary for your job description, right? Or title. And then I talk you through like creating what's called a brag book, but my sister Tracy calls it her Go Me file. Go Me, right? So Go Me file basically is your brag book. It's like whenever you do something for the company, you're like, you should be like this, your little notebook. Ow, Go Me, it's your birthday. Go Me, it's your birthday. Where's my pen? No, I always got a pen right here. Go Me. Oh, you tried it. You tried it. I did it. But the key with your Go Me file is you want to be able to quantify the value you bring. Quantify. Quantify. So what does that mean, quantify? That means, ideally, can you put a number on how you made the company money by that action, or how you saved the company money? So that way, when you sit down with your Go Me file, you can say, well, Miss Tiffany, according to my calculations, I made the company $300,000, $30,000, whatever. I saved the company $50,000, whatever. And so you can present it, because then it seems more like a course correction versus I'm asking for a raise. It's like, if I'm asking for, I'm just making it up, a $10,000 raise, but I made the company $500,000, girl, it's giving I moved, right? Now, here's the thing you have to remember, because I'm not going to lie, my team be asking for raises, and I'm like, we don't got it. 2023 was a rough year over here at Budgetnista land. But there are other things that we can do. So we do profit share of my company, yada, yada, yada. But so you have to be mindful that, like, you know, if you work for a big old company, and being mindful of keeping your ear to the streets about what's even available. And so if your boss says no, not because they don't have it, but because they don't want to give it to you, that you can consider skedaddling. If your boss says we can't right now because we don't have the money, and you find that to be semi-true, you can either decide to stay, or you can consider doing something like I have in this chapter on page 115. If you have the book open, enhance or expand your skill set, right? So one of the ways you can enhance and expand your skill set, certifications, a degree. But before I do all that, you can ask and see if your job will pay for some of those things. Like, so for example, over here at Budgetnista, we pay for some of those classes, you know? And so this enables employees to enhance their skill set and potentially, raise to the next level. Like I said over here, Budgetnista, it was a rough year, but because of all the enhanced skill sets that I saw on my team, I offered up, what's it called? What did I say? Profit share. Well, for me, I don't know how everybody else does profit share, but for profit share, after your business makes money, you pay all the bills, you pay all payroll, you set aside for taxes, set aside for savings. If there's money left over, the owner can absorb that money, called the owner's draw. It's like, it's Christmas. It's Christmas in March. Now, sometimes there's no money left over, and it's like, ain't no money in March. And sometimes there's a lot of money left over. It's Christmas. It's Christmas in March. So normally I give a bonus like many jobs at the end of the year. But we're starting something new where we're going to start to give quarterly, I guess you can call it bonuses, but it's really a share of the profit that I would normally take home. But you see, that's as a result of my employees asking for a raise. Because if they didn't ask, I might not have thought about it. Not because they don't do great work, but sometimes you're so busy doing the thing. I was like, oh, you're right. I would love to pay more money. But according to our budget, ain't no money to pay out. But it doesn't mean that there's not a solution to paying more. But that was because they advocated for themselves. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So that's just something I'm saying that as an employer myself, that asking for a raise, I'm so glad they did, because it forced me to think, how do I pay more to people who deserve more, yet while still preserving the foundation of the company? Because certainly I could overpay and we could be out of business next year. We all looking for a job. That's what we want. Is that what we want? Nobody wants that. But it doesn't mean that more money can't be paid out. You know what I'm saying? There's always a solution. Okay. So, but I say all that to say that's from asking for a raise, and that's from enhancing your skill set. But bigger than that, the key to really getting like enough money at work, because we're talking about income. If you're just joining us directly from the book, Made Whole, it is the practical guide to reaching your financial goals. It's 10 steps to financial wholeness. This is step number 5, which is income, learning to earn. We're talking about earning at your current job where you currently are if you are working. And we're talking about asking for a raise. But even better than that, what's better than asking for a raise? Getting paid more up front. Getting paid more up front. And so one of the things is to negotiate more up front. So one of the things I did, so Mandy Woodruff Santos is my Brown Ambition podcast partner. She's my co-host. And she actually has a course called Nail the Negotiations. And she helped me, I quoted her in the book, with ways to ask for more upfront, because so many of us don't ask for enough money upfront. Okay. Actually, let me see. I think I read somewhere. I was like, it's like 60% of women. Is that what I have written? I think I wrote that somewhere. I was looking at it earlier today. Yes. It says, here's a stat to startle you. According to a report from the staffing firm, Randstad, 60% of women say they've never negotiated their salary. Boom. That means that way too many of us, like 60%, take what we're often offered and simply accept it. Say what? I literally wrote that. Say what? That's a whole lot of potential earning left on the table. So let's talk about how to collect all your coins at your current job before you seek out a side hustle. Okay? So remember, I said ways to maximize your earning potential at work. 1, ask for a raise, if you believe you should be earning more, but be prepared ahead of time. 2, enhance or expand your skill set so that asking for a raise is warranted because you bring more to the table. And 3, maximize how much you get when you first get your job, when you first get the job. Okay? So literally, I have scripts here directly from Mandy about if you want more base compensation, here's what you can say. If you fear you lowballed yourself, here's what you can say. You want to know what she says? That's a good one. Look what Mandy says. She says, I want to revisit the base salary. Given the scope of the role and duties that I've learned about through the interview process, I feel more comfortable if you could increase the base salary to ... So if you let's just say they're like, oh, girls, $50,000 a year. And you're like, okay. And then you hear about all the stuff. You're like, hold up. That the math ain't math, right? So that's a script. So I have another script. But if they say This is what the range you gave. This was the range you gave us before. Mandy has a script for that. I completely understand. As I stated at the time, it was a range that I offered prior to fully understanding the scope of the role. Given the discussions I've had since that point, I believe a salary of more, basically, is in better alignment for me. Like, look at all these scripts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 scripts, 4 scripts. That's the thing about me is I'm not the know-it-all-nista. I'm the budgetnista. And so when I wrote this book of the 10 steps to financial wholeness, I made sure to lean into my financial friends who that's their expertise. Okay? That's their expertise, And so, yes, okay? All right. So, step 2 in learning to earn more. So, learn to earn more. Step 1, make more at your current job. No, what did I say? What was that? What happened? What happened? I said maximize your earning potential at your current job. Basically what I had said. Step 2, assess your skills. If you feel like you've maximized your earning potential at your job and still need additional income, it's time to identify your best options for a side hustle. Okay? Not a sneaky link, not a side person, a side hustle. While this might sound like something that could be figured out by a quick best side hustle gigs online search, you can find more specific results and will likely be more successful if you do the work in this chapter. I'm going to show you how. To find a side hustle that's best for you, you want to first take inventory of your existing skills. You actually have to write them down. It can be really eye-opening. Believe me, you're likely going to find that you're good at more than one, though. This self-inventory isn't easy to take, but I have some tricks, right? And so I have here space in this workbook, right, of like questions to ask yourself, like, and write down the answers. It's a workbook. You finna work. So if you have the book in front of you, I'm on page 118 of Made Whole. Go ahead on Instagram, type book in the comments on Instagram. If you see me looking at your eyes, I'm not looking at you right here. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. I'm not talking to you. Okay? Just hold. You. Instagram. Go ahead and type book in the comments and I will send you the link to get the book. Okay? Instagram. Now y'all over here. Cause you look at Bobby already. Bobby. You want a D? Bobby, don't type book. This is what you're gonna type, Bobby. Because here's why you're not gonna type book, Bobby, because I'm not gonna DM you over here wherever you're watching. Bobby, you're going to go to madewholeworkbook.com. Okay. I mean, you could do that too over here. But Bobby, if you're not on IG, IG has a special little bot that when they type certain things in the comment, it's going to DM them. But unless you're on IG, it doesn't work. You know, we do this every week, y'all. You know, we do this every week. Look. You know, we do this every week. Look at colorfully shy butterfly. And y'all be trolling me. Some of y'all be trolling me and some of y'all don't be trolling me. You really be writing, but representative. When you call, press 1 if you represent the same people. You know, I'm just teasing you. It doesn't bother me. Look, here's the fact that you wrote book means that you want to buy it. So I'm excited about that. But you know, you be screaming, represent. Oh, y'all got me so excited. You know, I got asthma. Got over here coughing. You forgot. You didn't even let me put on my teacher tipping glasses. I don't even wear glasses. But I just feel like these make me look smarter. So, although I do need to wear glasses, I can't see far, y'all, anymore. Is this what 44 brings? Dang! Because I used to be able to see far. I'm like, oh, I never had glasses. Anyway, step 2, assess your skills. Here's some questions to ask yourself. What do I find myself doing in my free time? Write it. Let's do it now. Right? What? Lisa, what do you find yourself doing in your free time? What are you doing? We're assessing your skills so we can make more money. What do you do in your free time? Do you read? Do you walk? Do you cook? Do you sing? You know what I mean? Do you tutor? Do you play tennis? What do you do in your free time? That's question 1. There's a place for you to write down. Question 2, what do people come to me regularly for? Honestly, all my friends started to come to me for financial education. Or financial advice. That's how the Budgetnista started. You know? They started coming to me for financial advice. Okay? Third question, what comes to me easily? right? We're trying to pull out what you could possibly do as a side hustle. Now, side hustle is not the same as a side business, right? With the side hustle, this is not you're not trying to like, I mean, it might grow into that, but that's not the purpose. The purpose of a side hustle is to make money. Okay. She said, y'all have free time. And then last question, what did I want to be when I was little? Right? Sometimes you'd be surprised. I wanted to be a teacher when I was little. And now look at me, teacher Tiffany with her glasses on. Okay. I'm not sure, ask your parent or a close relative if you mentioned any life aspirations before the age of 10. So you think things might be silly, but honestly, you start to write down your skill set. So I have spaces for like writing down what you're good at and then also what other people think you're good at. It's important to really pull out kind of like that knowledge, okay? Like that understanding of who you are, because this is going to help you make more money more easily in a side hustle. We're not talking about starting a business here. We're talking about a side hustle for the express desire to just make a little extra money on the side. Make a little extra money on the side, okay? Okay. Now, we're not doing side business right now because this chapter is learning to earn. So the assumption is you have a job and you might want to make some extra money on the side. We could talk about a business thing later, but not right. That's not what we're talking about right now. Side hustle is just, this is not my passion. I'm just here to get a coin, sis. I'm just here to get a coin. Okay. That's what side business is different. Okay. Okay. All right. So step 3 in learning to earn more. Right. So we already, the teacher and me, we got to go back because some of y'all just joined. Some of y'all ain't paying attention. Representative. Right. So step 1 in learning to earn, maximize your earning potential at your current job. This is asking for a raise, get your GoMe file. This is getting more education or certification. And this is asking for more money off the jump, right? 2, assess your skills. What are you good at? What do the people say you're good at? What do you like to do? We're trying to pull it all out. Pull it all out. Pull it all out. Number 3, decide which of these skills you can monetize. Here's the thing. The teacher in me, I'm not just putting these things in. I'm literally going step a little more, step out a little more. I'm drawing you out. So if you don't do that step 2, step 3 is going to be like, oh, I should go back and do it. Step 3, once you have a good sense of your skills, it's time to figure out which might translate into income earning side hustles. Let's say you're an engineer with culinary chops. Maybe you might be able to put those cooking skills to use to making money. Maybe you can act as a sous chef for a private chef as a side gig. Remember, though, this effort isn't about nurturing a new hobby. You're looking for income, baby. I didn't say baby, but income. Also, keep in mind that not every skill will help bring in more money, and yet some skills may bring in more than you think. This is why I want you to investigate. This part is important because some people are like, oh, side job. No. We're going to investigate before you invest time, money, or energy. Research will help you prevent wasting of any of these valuable things. To help best determine which skill of yours you'll want to focus on, we're going to do the next 3 baby steps. You see how I've been doing you? People just be like, do a side hustle. No, it's a science behind it. There's a science behind it, okay? 1, consider your current skill set first. Meaning like, what do you do? Like I was a preschool teacher, so I was already a teacher when I started. So my side hustle when I was a teacher was tutoring and babysitting because I was like, I'm already a teacher. That's my current skill set. I wasn't trying to like start a tutoring business or a babysitting business. The side hustle was just about making money. I wanted to make additional money. And I was like, skill set, I know how to manage these babies. Okay. The babies love me. So here's an example. Keisha, an HR specialist, help people develop resumes and prepare for job interviews. Right? So she's an HR specialist and she decided, okay, this is what I can do on the side. Help people develop resumes and help prepare for interviews. Renee, an accountant, she started bookkeeping for small businesses. You see, she took something she was already doing because she don't have to learn a new skill set and said, let me side hustle it. Lisa, a biochemist, offered consulting services related to her expertise. Right? So like, for example, here in Newark, there's a lot of older houses and a lot of them have oil tanks. So maybe, I don't even know if this is what biochemists do. I'm just making this up. Maybe, I know for a fact, a house I was looking at, they removed the oil tank and they had to test the ground. So I don't know, maybe banks, I don't know if banks have people that test the ground of these old homes to make sure they're not poisonous. So Lisa can be a consultant with her expertise. And Tiffany, that's me, a teacher, babysat and tutored within her community. Do you see? One of the benefits, and I write this here, like, here's a little worksheet. My current primary job, potential side hustles found in my search. What do you currently do at your job? The reason why starting there is great is because ain't nobody trying to learn nothing new, ideally. Nobody is, oh, somebody bought me a badge. Thank you, girls. Thank you, Sarita. Nobody trying to learn anything new, ideally, right? Supercharge your skill set. If you want to make the largest amount of money out of your side hustle, it's smart to embellish your established wheelhouse before starting to build a whole new one. This means looking for ways to enhance your expertise in an area that you already went to school for or which you have a degree or certification. So, what does that mean? That means another thing that I consider is, what am I currently doing? I used to teach. Great. But also, do I have a certification or a degree in it? Because then I can demand more. So I had my master's in education. So when I babysat or tutor, I leaned into it. So instead of paying me $50 an hour, I could get up to $75 an hour. So remember, the key with side hustle is this is not a side business. We're trying to maximize our time so we can make the most money. So you want to be asking yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Because you're going to come out there to make money. It doesn't make sense. We're just out here like making $2 by the time you put in all that work. That makes sense? Okay. So set limits on your investments into seeding skills. So for example, some skills might need nurturing to bear any fruit of a side hustle. So sometimes you see these side hustles like those MLMs, those multi-level marketing companies, and they'll say, I don't know, this jewelry, let's call it Tiffany Aliche jewelry. You have to, for $600, I'll give you this starter jewelry pack, and you can sell it, and the $600 can make you up to $1,200. But I gotta come up with $600. The point of a side hustle is, girl, I ain't got no money. The MLM be getting the girls. I said it. Don't do it. Here's how you know it's an MLM. If they're more focused on you selling to have your friends and family sign up than selling the thing itself, it's an MLM, multi-level marketing company. Meaning that they're actually not making money off the earrings or the drinks or whatever. They're making money off you, sis, you and your mama and your cousin and your brother and your because every time you sign somebody up and they buy the $600 earring pack, half that money go to the upline. And the upline's like, caught another one, caught another one, caught another one, And that's, guess what? After some years or months or whatever, it all crumbles down. And the people on the top that made some money off of you, honey. And you sitting there looking like, damn, got me again. Now, is it possible to make money in MLM? Yes, but you got to get in early. You got to be up here. So your person is signing up people, and those people are signing up people, and those people are the pyramid will crash eventually. So it's a hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. Stop. The likelihood it's going to stop on you and burn your hand. I said it. The girls who might be mad, I don't care. Don't do those daggone MLMs. And here's the thing, because we all did it. I know in college I was doing, I forget. I think my sister did Cutco knives. I forget the one I did. Lord knows we've all tried it because, they all tricked us to think we're going to be millionaires. I ain't met an MLM millionaire yet. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't any, but usually those are the people who started the MLM or got in very early. The likelihood that you got in early enough to make any real money is unlikely. It's unlikely. If you have to invest $600 to have what's it called, a side hustle, they're hustling you. They're hustling you. Yeah, we all did it, So what page am I on? Rochelle, I'm on page 123. 123. Yeah, we did Cutco. Child. I remember my sister came home with Cutco knives. My dad was so mad. I couldn't understand because I was still in high school. And he was like, are you because you had to buy me a college student. She ain't got no money. Boxes of knives that she got to sell. Where? Who she selling knives to? And she's like, no. These are great premium knives that I could sell to auntie, uncle. Them knives, I don't even know what them Cutco knives are. So you want to make sure that you're not putting in a ton of money in order to get your side hustle hustling. Okay. Yeah, Amway was a big one. Child. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Cutco knives is like, they were good knives, but like, is it Lululemon? What's the tights company that done collapsed because all the girls were doing it, so there's nobody to sell it to? Like I said, be mindful. Okay. So I want you to consider that when it comes to considering income potential, I want you to consider something called ROI. Type ROI in the comments. ROI, type it. Avon, yep. Avon. ROI, type it in the comments. ROI stands for return on investment. So there's direct ROI and there's indirect ROI. Direct ROI is when you return on investment, when you put an investment into a thing, is the direct return. So I'll give you an example. So, okay, design. So for example, Rihanna is my designer from this house and my other house, right? And so I said, let me use my friend Rihanna to demonstrate, but what I mean by direct return on investment, right? So Rihanna bought design software. So that was an investment. She bought design software. She needed this software to create digital layouts for her potential new clients because she understood that the right software could cut down her work day by hours. So Rihanna had a full-time job, and then she wanted to start doing design people's houses and her interior design on the side. And so it was okay for her to invest in that software because the software would yield automatically clients and money. That's a direct return. Indirect return are business cards, flyers, a website for some people, items that could ultimately garner her business, but they weren't tied directly to her completing a job. So for Rihanna, she didn't need a business card, flyers, website, all that stuff. She didn't. The first 2 years of Rihanna, I don't think she had any of those things, not even a website, because there was no direct return. So she would have spent that money and not seen that money back. So it's really important that when you do a side hustle, that you're only putting money into things that you're going to get direct return. So example, if you're like a baker, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, right? So as a butcher, maybe cocoa nuts is your jam. A baker, eggs, flour, sugar, yeast. I don't know what y'all bakers be doing, baking stuff, right? Because you can literally take those ingredients and then sell them as a cake. Does that make sense? So when you're thinking of a side hustle, direct return over indirect. Indirect is okay later on when you're making enough money to kind of like enhance how much money you're making. But in the beginning, you really want to focus on direct return. Okay? Okay. So I literally had some examples here. Let's see. Let me see one. Melissa, side hustle, personal training, direct return items that she could buy. That would make sense for Melissa, the personal trainer, to buy. Basic weight set, jump rope, exercise mat to use to train clients in her backyard or spare room. That makes sense for her to invest in those things, right? Because we're talking about the investment component of side hustling. Indirect, and add in the local paper, rented gym space. She don't need rented gym space right now, because that's certainly as she grows, she can get that. But in the beginning, people don't mind. Maybe she's just training her friends and friends of friends, and she doesn't mind using her backyard or spare room. So she starts off there because you don't want to squander the money you're trying to make. Remember, this is not a business. This is a side hustle. Okay? Okay. You don't have to get too bogged down by these details. For one thing, focus on the money. I'll be getting to the money. Hey, everybody, man. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. So I actually have a sheet for you here where you can write down your skill set and then ask yourself these questions. It will help you determine if this is a direct or indirect return on investment. Can it be monetized within my current life? Will it yield a direct return? So this is going to help you to determine whether or not you should consider this as a side hustle. Remember, first we said with the side hustle component, what am I good at? What do I like to do? Right? Then, is it something I do for a job, a living already? Is it something that I have a degree in so I can get paid more? Then, do I have to invest any money? If I do, is it direct return or indirect return? Now you're starting to see, okay, now you went from 30 different potential side hustles, maybe down to 5 or 6. That's going to go right here, right? And then last step, put a number on it. If you like it, then you should have put a number on it. If you like it, then you should have put a number. Okay? Once you figured out which of your skills can be monetized, that's key, right? You want to get yourself a sense of how much your side gig can realistically bring in each month. Ask yourself how much you think you can make. If you're not sure, look up what people who are offering the service you want to provide and see what they're charging. Did you hear what I said? The Google is your friend. You can just look up dog walker, baker. What are they charging? So you can kind of guess. Okay. If you're not sure, call. hello, my name is Tiffany. If I had a poodle, I want you to walk twice a week. What's your hourly rate? Really interesting. Okay. So you want to keep in mind that you want to find a comparable rate in your area. If you live in Newark, New Jersey, don't call California because it's bougie over there. So you probably can't charge as much, right? If possible, you want to make sure that you stick to your region. Okay. And so I literally have the skill set sheet here. Skill set one, write it down. Can it be monetized within my current life? Yes or no? Will it yield a direct return on investment? Yes or no? Monthly income potential. Now all of a sudden, you see what that sheet does? Now all of a sudden, we're not just jumping out the window talking about I'm gonna do this thing. Not so fast. That's so fast, right? You're not just jumping out the window because now you can get clear on okay, this is a side hustle that makes sense. Okay. Oh, she said I'm so fun to listen to. And what I love about this chapter is that once you're done, you're 50% whole once you do the Learn to Earn chapter. Okay. And so I actually wanted to read you, every chapter. What makes Made Whole available at madewholeworkbook.com. Made whole. Look at me. I'm made whole out. Bam, 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 everywhere. That's how you market. One thing about me, I'm a market. Okay. So, what makes Made Whole different from the original book? Remember I told you Get Your Money, it's big sister, sexy big sis, chocolate brown. It's me. It's me. My best friend is always on my mind. What show is that? Name it. You want to be down? Come on. You want to do what you got to do? Oh, Moesha. Moesha. Me and Brandy the same age. I grew up with Brandy, right? So what makes Made Whole different is that I have quick start steps in here where if you don't want to do the whole step, you can literally just do a quick start step. I'm trying to think, what was a quick start step for this chapter? Because you might be like, I don't want to do all that. It's like, all right, sis, you're not ready for all that quick start. Not ready to go deep dive into the upcoming steps just yet. You see, I know y'all. No worries. Here's a simple and soon action you can take now to help you start on your journey to making more. Just update your resume on your LinkedIn profile. Sometimes we forget just how amazing we are and we need to see it in black and white. LinkedIn is a great networking tool. If you've already got an account, make sure it's updated. So I tried to put really easy quick start steps inside here where it's like, I don't feel like doing this whole thing right now. That's fine. That right there, you could do within 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you're like, okay. And when you're ready, you could dive deep. Does that make sense? I try to make sure that I put quick start steps in the book. And also inside the book, because sometimes we can get really overwhelmed. When I ask people who read Get Your Money and did those 10 steps that are in here to financial wholeness, how that step helped them. So I got so many amazing stories and I chose the best I could and put them in the book. Here is Natasha from Boston, Massachusetts. Natasha, if you're in the audience, girl, say hey. Because last week, I forget who we had last week. She was in the audience, which is awesome. Natasha says, I've always been a multiple streams kind of person. And most recently, I had a side hustle as a courier making Amazon deliveries. It's perfect for this time of year. This meant waking up at 3 a.m., woo, putting wear and tear on my car, woo, and spending money on gas and oil changes and maintenance, woo, woo, woo. I thought I was earning extra money, but when Tiffany pointed out, that's me, that your side hustle shouldn't cost you more than you're making, I realized that I really hadn't done the math. So you might be like, well, duh, Natasha, but some of us have not done the math. Have you done the math? It's a math thing, okay? Right? When I did, I discovered that what I was making was being put back into the expenses related to the job. It wasn't worth it. So I ended up finding another side hustle teaching fitness classes through an online module. My primary job is managing a fitness facility. See? What did I tell you? It's saying, what do you currently do? Right? Remotely. And my interest in fitness means I have my own equipment at home. See? So it aligns much better. Finding that alignment was key. Right? Since it leans into my passion a bit more, I feel more fulfilled. I'm moving my body. I'm connecting with other people and making money at the same time. Plus, I'm happier. And since I was doing the delivery stuff during all kinds of early morning and late night hours, I'm also safer and getting more sleep. We love that for Natasha. Okay. Of course, the other bonus is I'm able to save more. I'm even doing the automated saving that Tiffany recommends. I can now say, okay, this is the extra cushion from a side hustle that I wanted. See what happens when you listen to me? Where's my pointer? I ain't got y'all. I ain't got your behind. See what happens when you listen to me. See what happens when you listen to me. Okay? Okay. I'm also a big fan of the brag book. I use a list making app called Trello to keep track of my accomplishments at work. That's her brag book. I have my work broken into different areas, and each time I finish something, I move it to complete it. Ooh, when it comes time to negotiate for a raise, I have this entire list of completed tasks. Natasha, girl. And they were dated and neatly organized. My bosses were able to say, she's been here for less than a year, and she's completed all these tasks and done all these things to improve our program. This helped me get a 4% raise. Natasha is slaying. Natasha is slaying, right? Natasha is slaying. She uses an app called Trello, and I've used Trello before. It's like an organization app, right? You better build that portfolio. I love that. I love that. And so learning to earn, it's not just enough to do. I'm going to do a little side hustle. Natasha was delivering for Amazon, and literally all the money she made went right back in to bills and stuff, right? And Natasha realized this don't make no sense. That math is not mathing. So she did the math and realized that she can make a difference, right? And so remember, learning to earn, maximize your earning potential at your current job. 1, assess your skills. This is what she did, assess her skills. And she also maximized her earning at her current job. Decide which of these skills she can monetize. She realized, I'm into fitness already. I can monetize a skill I already have. Remember, side hustle is not starting a new business. We're just here for the money, right? And so why are we going to learn something new? Why are we going to spend all this money? We're not, okay? Put a number on it. It's not just enough to say, I'm good at it. How much money can you make, sis? Okay? Okay? Woo-cha. Wasn't that good? Made whole. Ooh, y'all lucky. I should have put a tambourine. I'm really tired. Today was a long day. I'm not gonna lie. And so that's why I'm extra silly. I mean, is this even extra silly or just my regular silly self? If you want to get made whole, go to madewholeworkbook.com. We'll have class next week, and you can have the book in front of you, so that way you won't feel left out. If you're on IG, go ahead and type book in the comments, and I will send you a link to buy the book. You over here, go ahead to madewholeworkbook.com. Okay. Was it good? Was it good to you? I like it. Who sang that? Was it good to? Ooh, I like it. Is it? No, is it good? Was it or was it? Is it good to you? I like it. Is it good to? Oh, I like it. Is it good to you? Was it good to you? Somebody knows. Is it good to you? It was good to. It was good to you. It wasn't. It was good to you. Somebody tell me. Is it good to you? Come on, before I hang. I like it. Was it good to? I like it. Y'all know how. Some of y'all didn't listen to music in the 80s, and it shows. Okay? All right. She said, always sing the wrong lyrics. I am always singing the wrong lyrics. Happy day. Thank you. See? Many, I don't know how to say your name. Is it good to you? See, you getting an A. You getting an A. Okay. I am always singing the wrong lyrics. But now I'm gonna listen to Is It Good to You? So if you missed any of the lessons, they're on my social media pages, but especially YouTube. It's probably easier just to go to the Budgetnista on YouTube. Like this, share it, and you'll see all the other lessons. They're all public. Okay. All right. Goodbye. Farewell. Adieu, adieu, adieu to you and you and you.